What's up, Lacrosse fans? Welcome back inside the Leisure Center here in Ladner. One final day of competition. Bronze medal game is on deck. Snake Island, who lost a heartbreaker last night to Ladner in overtime, will take on Allegany, who dropped the 3-goal contest to the minors last evening. So these two Indigenous teams, one the protector of the eastern door and the other the western. Big brother against big brother, as it were. The Mohawks and the Seneca do battle for the bronze, and you can see right here, courtesy of Coolbet, the Arrows a slight favorite, minus 167 on the money line, a 1.5 favorite, and an over-under set at 18. Teddy Jenner, Arrows, and Muskies for bronze.
I'm going to take the over in this one, and I'm going to take Snake Island.
Okay. Should be noted, stay cool, bet responsibly, your premier sportsbook for all lacrosse odds at coolbet.com, and also give a little looky-loo because now they got prop bets up for the gold medal game, player props.
Yep.
A little extra bonus lacrosse odds on Coolbet. Like I said, stay cool, bet responsibly. Time for a quick break. Haudenosaunee song and Canadian anthem, and then we play for bronze here at the Prezi. Well done from that young man. Oh, Canada, Haudenosaunee song, Allegany, Snake Island, Sago, and Scanu. To the Mohawks in Seneca, the people of Ohio. As we get set to play some Dewalado. Jake Elliott, Teddy Jenner. Allegany will be in the whites, Muskies in the blacks. Leeward A. Mitchell and Billy D. Smith, your head coaches. Referees, Ted Jenner.
Let's see. We got Mark Smith, Braden Wilkins, and Nate Chason. And Jason Sauertuck will be the fourth official in case he is needed.
Probably could have used him last night with Vincent Burrell going down a couple of times in that game.
And it looks like it's going to be Chase Martin getting the start.
Oh,
we were told it was going to be Craig Seneca.
A little switcheroo at the last second. This opening period brought to you by Mohawk Lacrosse, if I'm not mistaken. Touch a piece of history, the best in handcrafted wooden lacrosse sticks over 25 years. Mohawk.net. Well, the whistle. Let's play some Dewalado as the arrows will work left or right across your monitor here on BC Sports TV, vice versa for the Muskies.
These two teams met last game of day one with Snake Island with Allegany coming away with a 7-6 victory.
Of course, the arrows started out 4-0 in this tournament. And now sit at 4-2-1. So they had a tie in there as well. As the Muskies now sit at 3-4. After that heartbreaking overtime loss to the Pioneers last night. This man right here in Winter Rivera, the game MVP, as he had a hat trick in that game, including a buzzer beater at the end of regulation, descended to the bonus frame.
And the youngsters still got some fresh legs here on day 7.
And got a little message from the Ohio State's head coach, Nick Myers, just dropped into the DMs and said, how about my boy Winter? And I said, Coach, you're getting yourself an absolute beauty.
Sure is. Class of 2029.
There's Lane Smith, who has been impressive all week long for the Arrows. Coming over from the Rivermen last year. And now on is Chris Kluche, the Buffalo Bandit. And now two-time NLL champion.
Took that shot, rang it right off the post.
There is a new piece of plexiglass just off to the right of the Muskies bench. That was a piece of plywood last night. So that has been replaced. And if the big cat's watching, your turf looks just fine, Kevin. I think it'll be okay. He'll put that in his brand new facility come next week.
Yeah, his facility is going to be something great as he continues to put some work in to help grow the game here in the Lower Mainland.
Fusion West, we'll give him a quick shout out. Why not, Teddy? Here at the President's Cup.
A little slow pace here to start for the Browns.
Let's come on now.
I get it.
Hey, look, there's Rivera opening the scoring. As Martin got a pad on it, but not enough. In it goes. 1-0 Snake Island. As see the replay here. I mean, this did look a little bit like slow motion.
Yeah, nice take underneath by Winter Rivera. Gets past Xavier Taylor and then just keeps his feet moving. Gets Chase Martin to bite on a couple of fakes and slides it in the yawning cage for his 6th of the tournament. And Jake, you mentioned he did score that tying goal late in the third to send it to overtime, but he was fantastic all game. He's been great all tournament as well, playing in his 2nd ever President's Cup at just 17 years of age.
Pretty impressive stuff, no question about it, as these two teams now playing their 8th game in 7 days.
Yikes. That hurts my body thinking about it.
I mean, it is. And there's a little tuck from Chase Fraser answering back.
Yeah, and I think, we talked about it, a little slow pace here to start. I don't think either of these teams are really thrilled about being here in this bronze medal game, but they definitely want to be one of two teams to end their season with a win.
Yeah, and anytime you have a chance to win your last game of the season, that's what you want to do. And I know both these communities will be proud to have their team come back with a bronze medal from the President's Cup, no matter who it is. I think they'll both be proud of coming home 3rd and 4th, no matter what.
Absolutely. This, as we talked about since day one, this is the grindiest of grinds for a lacrosse tournament.
And Allegany coming into this was kind of the great unknown, right? Like, we knew they had Cloutier, we knew they had Fraser, but that was about it. Like, that's all we really knew. But they've formed a nice little squad here. Their goaltending has been solid. Billy D running the show. And they've been solid tip to tail here all week long, and I think opened some eyes and surprised some people here at the President's Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you're Team USA heading to the Worlds in a few weeks, you got to be happy with the way your goaltenders have performed in this tournament. Drew Hutchison and Goa Abrams.
And then you got Snake Island, who are always in the mix at the Prezi. Have yet to take one down. Well, it's been quite some time if they have today. I haven't gone back through the analogs, but they're always kind of right in that semifinal match. Always competitive here at the President's Cup. And a first-class organization run by the Mitchell brothers, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe Hall gonna man the bench as well.
Why not? Yeah, he's got the matching track pants on today.
I don't see Gliwide. I see Luelis and Shooter.
I'm going to go take his hat off him after this game, I tell you. I'm going to have to sweep the knee, but I'm going to do it. 10 on the shot clock as Hops will throw a bouncer.
Just be careful of his bad knee.
Yeah. Well, which one is that?
Tough call.
The last dance for Joe Hall, who I'm sure will stay associated with this Muskies team as he'll hang up the stick and probably throw on the whistle. As I know the young lacrosse players of Aguasasne and the surrounding area look up to the legend that is Joe Hall.
Matt Accioni was named an all-star last night for his stellar play throughout this tournament, and he has been fantastic. First team all-star, the only all-star of that first team that's not an NLLer.
Yeah, it's impressive. He will be, though. There's Chase Fraser off the arm of Demuth, who looks calm as ever in the goal. A little surprised to see Demuth start here today.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Jake. Fraser took a bit of a slash to the helmet there as he was cutting through.
Well, thankfully, the Swamp Monster, Casey Swamp, has got the Tupperware in hand here today, Tenny. I don't think there's any real need at this point of the tournament to be softening guys up for later on in the week.
Yeah, like we said, this is a little bit of a slow start, a little three-quarter pace of this game, and I kind of have a feeling that's going to be the way it's going to go for a full 60 here.
Yeah, just, sit back, enjoy, play for the creator, and make your friends and family proud. Fraser denied by the post this time.
Good loose ball through the middle by Chase Fraser, kept his feet moving, but unable to beat Demuth's skinny red friend.
Of course, coming up after this one, a 6 p.m. Pacific time start. It's a rematch of the gold medal game from just a year ago in Oakville, as the Edmonton Miners and Ladner Pioneers will hook it up again. Of course, the Miners, Teddy, turned the three-peat trick back in 16, 17, 18. And now the Ladner Pioneers with a chance to etch their name in history by doing the same.
Fergus Thistles were the first team to, I think they won 4 in a row.
Not back in the 60s or something,
yeah,
right?
50s or 60s. But that's a feat unto itself.
Yeah. Probably a different game back then, too.
Oh, boy, I can't even imagine if what we're seeing now
Yeah.
compared to back then when everybody was using wood sticks.
Oh.
Maybe some no face masks, no helmets,
Yeah.
little paddings on everybody.
Here's Cloutier. Right on. Demuth the stump. Cloutier the loose. New 30 here for the Allegany Arrows. There's, of course, Winter Rivera. From Seneca, the Wolf Clan. So probably a little extra motivation for him.
Allegany looked like they were trying to sneak. Chase Martin was all the way to the bench, but they never sent the 6th guy out.
There's an interception from Cloutier. He's going to shoot it. Oh, man. Stepped into that one and ripped it wide. There's Accioni. Still looks like he's got a little pep in his step.
The fact that some of these guys,
Played
young
every
and old,
game.
have played every game. Yeah, it's just remarkable.
Michione, Rivera, I think Firth as well, you can put into that conversation. There's guys that have played all 8.
And a heavy dosage in all of those 8 games, too. Rudy George unable to handle that one inside to Jensen.
Still got the Woody in hand. He's played with that all week long. As here's Brian Rice. And Rivera's. We'll push inside there from Miles Jacobs. We'll play some offense here this afternoon in this bronze medal game. Rivera on a sneaky bouncer.
Might see a lot of guys go both ways here today.
Or maybe just go one way and then just stay there.
Yeah. It's becoming a growing trend in the sport of lacrosse.
Yeah, I don't like it, to be honest with you. There's Josh Becker on a pick and roll with Kluche, a little spinner. And look out. That went off the post, off of Demuth. Back off the post, stayed out.
Definitely had a lot of English on that one. I thought it was easily going in on the hop.
Well, Shane Francis not using his wooden stick here today, Teddy. And that's because he gave it to the general manager of the Ladner Pioneers in the handshake lineup last night, Chris Hackle.
That was a nice little sentiment.
Beautiful wooden stick as well. It's
a beauty.
Man, I think Brandon Francis probably still has the nicest wooden stick I've ever seen.
Was that the all black one?
Yeah. Leather, no nylon in that thing. And you know it's reinforced.
Seen a couple of the wood sticks break here in this tournament. Rory Smith, I think, broke his. And Christian Del Bianco had his wooden gamer break.
Oh, a little Tavares action there. Did not go for Taylor. Long feet up. Not a great one. And Merton will grab that in his crease. As you can just see it, Teddy. These guys are absolutely gassed.
Just kind of seems like a inter-squad team scrimmage going on here as maybe gets one.
He does.
First of the tournament for Austin, maybe.
It is for sure. It's not a maybe. It's in, and it's 2-1.
As he got Demuth kind of leaning on a little stick fake. Put it short side corner. And they're going to keep that ball for him.
Yeah, why not? So the Arrow is out shooting the Muskies here 15-5 in the early going.
Hadn't even looked at that yet.
Yeah. But, you know, the barn will be rocking tonight for the Pioneers and Miners. As the beer gardens just opened up prior to game time here, Teddy, and would expect that venue to be jumping right up until face-off.
Oh, last night there was a couple hundred people out there in the intermission.
Looking like caged cattle in there.
Yeah. And it was hot out there, too. There's not a lot of shade out there in that back corner of the parking lot.
Picked myself up a neck fan today, by the way.
Welcome to the club. How's it doing for you?
Yeah, it's not very well, actually. I actually woke up with a bit of a cold this morning, too, so fighting the elements here on the final day of the President's Cup.
We're all fighting through it, Jumbo.
Yeah.
Last day. The fact that yourself, me, Tino, have done 34 games in 15 days, and we're still standing, our voices are still here.
Yeah.
You know what? If you want to thank us for our great work, head over to bcsports.tv, hit that tip jar, and
screw it, I'll just give you my email. You can just send me an e-transfer if you want. Yeah, there you go. bcsports.tv. Share and share alike.
it has been a grind for all of us, players and announcers and officials alike. Seen Vince Burrell in attendance here. He fought through it last night.
He's in a sling.
And Elizabeth Mitchell from Philadelphia just said just a thank you for putting the President's Cup on for free on YouTube. I live in Philadelphia, and you've made this past week very enjoyable. And then Alan Shaw saying, great job on the President's Cup.
I gotta believe that's Benny Mitchell's better half there. You know our buddy Ben Mitchell.
I do.
Yeah.
Always wondering if games are going to be streamed and where they're going to be streamed.
A man full of questions.
So goalie timeout is over with.
2-1, Allegany. Snake Island ball, however.
9:20 remaining.
Back underway we go. So it's Firth on the slide inside for Rice. The ball got away from him, and back the other way we go here with Anderson, who I found out last night is the brother of Bobo Hunter's wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So Bo was sticking around last night to watch Allegany, but he's on his way back home now, as is Kurt. It's Fraser into the belly pad of Damoud.
I'm sure they'll be heading to the ILA later next week for the start of the Man Cup.
Yeah.
Jealous. Six Nations in Victoria. Found out our boy Patty Gregoire will be doing some color commentary for that.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, not sure who's going to be doing play-by-play with him as of yet, but Gregoire got the tap.
Oh, my schedule is open. Pander on air here. If I want to bring out old Jumbo. I'm not calling a manner from the ILN. See if the Chiefs can repeat as Man Cup champions.
Love the Chiefs, but hoping they don't.
Oh, we're going to get a penalty in this game. I thought we might.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
I thought we might go right through this thing without one, but not the case.
Yeah, high sticking call coming up here to Jesse Jimerson.
Double J.
A little high on Winter Rivera.
Craving the taste of the ocean, Teddy. I know you're hopping on the ferry.
Can't wait.
Pretty soon. Dive into the freshness. Don't dive into the ocean.
No.
But Ocean Brands seafood, sustainably sourced, always delicious. Ocean Brands, your catch of the day every day.
Brother Fred was in the ocean already this morning.
Chilling. Now what's he doing? Is he selling cars on a Saturday?
Heck no. He's probably went for a dip in the ocean, then watched Hudson at the U19s.
There's a chance for Atwood, and that was not very good.
I don't know if he was actually trying to throw that to himself off the glass.
That was the old LeBron backboard dunk job there.
Yeah, the old Jimmy Veltman on the top of the power play. Shout out Team BC as they knocked off Team Ontario today.
Never a bad thing.
At the Provincials in the round robin. They're undefeated.
Like that.
Crowlax TV, I think, on YouTube is where all those games are being broadcast.
Okay. There's Rice down hard pass, and Hops got handcuffed. And the Arrows will push away here with 6:35 to go in the first. Anderson, Fraser over the shoulder. You knew something was coming.
Yeah, I think we're going to see, again, this is going to be a little slower pace, but I think we're going to see some junk thrown by some of these talented players out here on the floor tonight.
Yeah, why not? Put on a show here, and there's a nice little snipe from Kyler Johnson.
And his second of the tournament. That's a nice little look on the power play. Are they going running time here?
Well, can I say I hope so?
Hadn't done it all tournament, even though it was asked for, but they're definitely running the clock here. No wonder it's been going so quickly.
As long as we get paid the same amount, Teddy, run that clock.
It's here for a good time, and allegedly a long time.
Yeah. 17-7 your shots now. As here's Lane Smith. Doesn't pull the trigger.
Is it a full lap of the floor there?
Yeah, that's tiring just to watch.
Good take there from Chase Fraser. He just tried to outweight Nick Damoud, but the former Panther City goaltender stayed with him. If you're Colorado, who are you taking?
Well, we've kicked this around here a little bit. I don't think Tyler Carlson is, at the end of the golden road, if you will. I don't know how many years TC's got left, so if you want to add some goaltending depth, then I think you take Damoud. The other thing about it is, if you take Damoud, there's going to be a handful of teams that are going to start bidding more for him, and maybe you get more value than taking a guy like Malcolm or Donville straight up and keeping him on your roster by taking Damoud and then leveraging him for exactly what you want.
Does that one super fan in Colorado get his wish and they trade Ward?
No chance. No chance. I mean, no disrespect to David, but if you stack those guys side by side, I'm taking D. Ward. 6 out of 7 days of the week.
Yeah, that's why I kind of think that Will Malcolm's their guy at 1.
Yeah, and that's where he was originally drafted.
Yep.
Lost in the expansion draft, so I think they could use another lefty in that lineup. Create some competition there.
Imagine a roster with Zed Williams, Eli McLaughlin, Ryan Lee, Will Malcolm,
Connor
Robinson.
Yeah, all of a sudden it gets pretty potent there for Pat Coyle, who, speaking of Pat Coyle, will be on Lacrosse Classified this week, Teddy.
Oh, nice.
As we'll recap the Mintail Cup with the head coach of the Junior Adnex.
He was floating around here yesterday with Jason Bishop,
Head coach of the Salmon Bellies, and both coaches of the Mammoth. And then I figure we'll wait and see who wins the gold medal here tonight and pick somebody from the winning organization to join us on Lax Class as well. I'm feeling like I've had this guilt looming over me all week, not cranking out a podcast this week, Teddy.
I told you, Dick, it's okay to take some time off, man.
I know. I'm just telling you.
I get it.
Felt the guilt.
I get it.
Don't like it.
2-2. 3:15 remaining. Shots 21-7. Damoud has been the much busier of the two.
Rivera opened the scoring. This is Firth. A big game against standing Buffalo in the round robin.
That was his best game of the tournament.
A little shoot and score. A little bouncer stick side and opened up Martin. Muskies back in front.
6-1-3 Lax representing as Firth shoots from deep, a little floating twister. Now they are just going to say run the clock here.
Well, now they stop it, Teddy.
Well, Mark Smith came over to the bench and said, let's give her one of these. But now it's stopped. Maybe under 5? I don't know. A little bit of everything here.
I'll just go with the flow.
Any idea where the Prezzies are next year?
I want to say Brooklyn, the Merchants.
Oh, yeah, right.
are
You're
hosting.
right.
So I don't know if we need to start campaigning the broadcast team right now, but never been to Brooklyn or the Durham region for that matter.
Pander away, Jake.
Kind of feel like I just did. Merchants always seem to make that Ontario final and then run into the Rivermen.
Wasn't the Prezi in Ontario 2 years ago?
Was last year, Oakville.
Oh, Oakville. So how is it back there again?
I'm not sure how it works, man. I really don't know. I think you put in a bid. I know Snake Island have entertained having the Prezi in Anguissau's thing for the last couple of years.
An Olago would be something hot in September.
Sign me up for that, though.
Fraser in tight on a loose ball. We're back to 3-3. Nice little pickup in the middle.
Can you imagine the President's Cup at Manoa Lagoa?
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know if it would get any better.
They would have to put a whole lot of air conditioning in there.
Happy 30th birthday to Shab.
I've been trying to figure out who that is because it's in the section of Allegany fans to the right of the Snake Island bench, and I got nobody who's got a name or anything that kind of looks like Shab.
I know it's Del Bianco's birthday.
That
today.
is. I saw him earlier. He's already here, getting ready for the gold.
Well, let us know at PXP for Sports, at Teddy Jenner. Who's 30 day? Who's Shab for the Arrows? Get in the DMs. Cluche on the take. Crease.
Nice little step around of Nate Woods, but then able to finish was the man of clutchness.
The man of clutchness. Yeah. Clutche. Had that buzzer beater over Six Nations in the round robin. 0.9 on the clock to win that one, 12-11. Pick and roll with Rivera, man open in front. There's Tyler Johnson again, but fanned on the shot. And Geddes will get it across center.
So there was other than the late minute goalie switch for Allegany, they also flipped out Kobe Whitcomb for Xavier Taylor.
Okay. Uh-oh, what's going on here?
Well, that's Xavier Taylor heading off the floor, holding his right arm.
Did not look good.
There's a nice save from Daymud on Kluche cutting through the middle.
Shanny Francis on a shoveler ahead here to Hops. One more to Rivera. Muskies pouring off the bench. Oh, Francis got looked off, and Accioni ended up with the chance.
Feed the All-Star.
Into the final 30 seconds we go with about a 9-second differential. Any idea how old Lane Smith is?
I'm going to say mid-30s.
Yeah. He's light on his feet for his stature.
Sure is. As Muskies call timeout here.
He's got some soft mitts on him. Good IQ.
Final possession. Josh Sanders will draw something up for his O, and Billy D. Smith will talk about something for his defense.
There you go. Happy 30th birthday shot.
A couple fans of Lane Smith and Leo Sturos over there as well.
You know, I often wonder, some of these guys like the Hobbs brothers and others, Lane Smith comes to mind, you know, they just kind of spend their summers playing Senior B year after year after year, and you wonder if they ever really get a fair shake to have a look at the next level. And I think there's, I don't know, through the 7 teams here, it's what, maybe 10 guys that I think deserve a shot at a training camp at least to show their stuff. And maybe there's a faction of them that don't care or don't want it. Yeah. I don't know, but I just feel like sometimes the guys get lost in the shuffle a little bit here, playing Senior B lacrosse and maybe some not so prominent markets.
Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, the unfortunate thing is now with Panther City folding,
25 guys out of a job.
25 guys out of a job, and probably more than that because some of those guys are going to get drafted or picked up to other teams, so they're going to have to drop players. So, you know, it's a tight business in the National Lacrosse League to find spots, and some of these guys deserve a look. Some of these guys will probably get a look. We'll just have to wait and see.
We're going to get a break, and it's going to be about 10 minutes as we're in a 3-3 game here in the bronze medal matchup. Arrows heavily outshitting the Muskies, but doesn't matter. We're tied at 3. We'll be back in 10 for second period action here on BC Sports TV. For the President's Cup from Ladner. Gets lit up and jacked up. Accioni right in, and he scores. Just outweighted Daymud and floated it today. Ray scores. Looking under Curtis Bucci to Pioneers. Muskies with 5 on the shot clock on Harris. Scores. Now Benesh finds Jones. Scores. Irving loses his man. And Skylar Thomas. 22 inches wide left. It is big. Ray scores. He got lost in the sauce. And Benesh found him, however. Dunk attempt, scores! The 17-year-old. Dixon scores! Level terms as Dixon in behind the goal, wrap around, and the roof about to explode. Goal! Bromley will push to the middle. Pace will feed Jones. Inside, Bromley! Down to the crease, Rivera fakes, takes, scores! The 17-year-old does it again! Feet in front, Rice. And how did Del Bianco step back? James Ray, flip it. Dixon scores! And Hayden Dixon puts the Pioneers back in front.
Shot clock. Smith tucks it, well taken and scores! McIntyre shot. And it squeaks through Chase Martin. Off Fraser. One more Kluche. Scores from a tough angle. Up ahead. Matt Kim scores! OFT on the power play. Lachlan inside scores! Lachlan with his second. Short-handed tally from Becker. And a much-needed one from the air. Blue Jay one-on-one with Duff. Drives underneath, no help. Blue Jay almost automatic. Whitcomb, low to low. What a shot, what a goal. Even strength. Sonicson scores!
Well, McIntyre stuck on D here.
Here comes Fraser on the floor. Atwood, shot, scores! What a rip from Chris Atwood. His 11th of the tourney. It's a Farrell, doesn't connect. 10 on the shot clock. Turning the corner is Needham. Scores! What an individual effort from Marcus Needham.
I can't wait to see what happens next week. They bring the intensity, let's raise the level even more next week. All right?
PCL on 3! 1, 2, 3, PCL!
Good job, guys.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
Know your limits. CoolBet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties, and he scores! Gets lit up and jacked up. Gioni right in, and he scores! Just outweighted Damood and floated it in. I think James Ray scores! Looking undeterred is Bucci to Pioneers. Muskies with 5 on the shot clock on Harris. Scores! Albenesh finds Jones. Scores! Line. Irving loses his man. And Skylar Thomas. 22 inches wide. That thing. It is big. Ray scores! He got lost in the sauce. And Benesh found him, however. Dunk attempt, scores! The 17-year-old. Here's Dixon, scores! Level terms as Dixon in behind the goal, wrap around, and the roof about to explode, goal! Bromley will push to the middle. Pace will feed Jones. Inside, Bromley! Down to the crease, Rivera fakes, takes, scores! The 17-year-old does it again! Feet in front, Rice. And how did Del Bianco step back? James Ray, flip it. Dixon scores! And Hayden Dixon puts the Pioneers back in front.
Shot clock. Smith tucks it, well taken and scores! McIntyre shot. And it squeaks through Chase Martin. Off Fraser. One more Kluche. Scores from a tough angle. Up ahead. Matt Kim scores! Go empty on the power play. Lachlan inside scores! Lachlan with his second. Third-handed tally from Becker. And a much-needed one from the air. Kluche one-on-one with Duff. Drives underneath, no help. Kluche almost automatic. Whitcomb, low to low. What a shot, what a goal. Even strength. Sonicson scores!
McIntyre stuck on D here.
Here comes Fraser on the floor. Atwood, shot scores! What a rip from Chris Atwood. His 11th of the tourney. It's a Farrell, doesn't connect. 10 on the shot clock. Turning the corner is Needham. Scores! What an individual effort from Marcus Needham.
All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back. Inside, below the whistle, let's play some Daywall. It over underway right off the get-go here in the second period. It's Chase Fraser stopped in tight. There's Keegan Thomas enters the goal here. For the Muskies, there's a little conversation going on there between Josh Sanderson and Billy D. Smith right before the opening faceoff, Ted. And me or you couldn't quite tell whether that was a friendly one or there was a little bite to it.
Yeah, I don't know if they were talking if they want to run the time here or not. I still haven't got an official answer if they're supposed to be running the time or not. Also got an update, and I figured out who Shaba is.
Oh.
It's actually the cousin of Chase Martin, Shasta Martin, and it's her 30th birthday. So some of my girlfriends and wives over in the corner just want to send a shout out to Shasta Martin back home celebrating her 30th.
All right, and quick update as well. Got my red Muskies hat right off the legend's head himself. Joe Hall came across the floor, took his hat right off his head, says, my last one, but it's yours.
One of these days you're going to have to pay for something.
I don't know. I don't know. Here's Rivera. Also got word. Wayne Smith, only 27 years old.
Come on.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So some productive years ahead of him.
Confirming not running time. That must have been an error in judgment by the scorekeepers that we didn't mind at all.
Okay.
Sure as the teams didn't either, as we just had a 26-minute period.
Oh, here comes Echione.
Oh, nice save.
A little chicken wing stop there from Martin. Armstrong. Trying to keep this one in play. As he's pinned up along the glass, and anytime I see Armstrong get close to the glass, you get a little worried.
A little worried for the glass.
Yeah.
As he drove the butt end of his stick through that pane right beside the Snake Island bench at the end of the game last night. 27 years old for this big fella.
There he is. Sets up Whitcomb.
Love it.
Thomas. There's another guy, Teddy. I mean, I know he's playing behind Daymud. This Keegan Thomas can play some goal.
Certainly can.
I don't know what his story or status is, but
he's had an excellent tournament whenever he's been put into duty.
Seriously.
Now I don't even see Luelis on the bench over there.
Yeah. Now Joe Hall's leaving the bench as well. It's just shooter over there.
I think that might be Carl Kettle as well. Oh, no, that's Jason McDonald, I think, on the bench with Josh Sanderson.
I don't know how Joe Hall's going to stick around, it looks like.
Is
3-3, 3 gone in this second period of this bronze medal game, which is not exactly on the intensity meter compared to some others this week. It's Chase Fraser trying to one-handed, trying to create something special.
Our good friend Evan Schemenauer was trying to see what the over-under penalty minutes would be in this game, and I told him to hammer the under. We've only had one penalty so far. I don't think we're going to see too many more.
30 shots here today. Allegany on pace for like a 75 shots on goal here.
I think that would be the most we've seen. Is 73 we saw earlier in this tournament, and that was the most we've seen. But we've seen a lot of teams get the high 50s into the 60s. Putting shots on target, and the goaltenders have had to do a lot of work, but that's sort of, we talked about all term long, been the highlight of this tournament has been the outstanding goaltender play from all the teams.
Well, we might get the low water mark here from the Muskies today as well, as they're just on 10 here with 24 minutes gone in this game.
And we're getting a penalty here. I believe that's going to be Casey Swamp, who will head off for our second power play. Now Allegany will get their first of the night.
Craving the taste of the ocean? Dive into the freshness with Ocean Brands Seafood. Sustainably sourced, always delicious. Ocean Brands, your catch of the day every day. I think maybe a little sockeye salmon tonight, Teddy, after the gold medal matchup, maybe?
Craving some fresh salmon.
Yeah. Won't get much better.
We'll see our boy, the Chief, Nathan Wilson.
Yeah. Hey, he's got a freezer full of it.
I was talking to him yesterday, and he said that once he saw the Haudenosaunee flag up here in the LLC, he went right home and grabbed the Tsawwassen territory flag and had it hung up almost immediately.
Love it. A real beacon of inspiration for the Indigenous and First Nations here in Musqueam territory.
Yeah, he always will do a greeting and the song of the Tsawwassen Musqueam people before every Delta Junior game. And it's always such a nice treat to be welcomed to the lands.
The Coast Salish people. I'm sure the Chief will be in attendance tonight for the former Pioneer.
Don't forget, for the gold medal game, head over to coolbet.com and get your player prop bets in.
I got to take a look at those.
Some goal totals and point totals for both Edmonton and Ladner.
Should be a fun gold medal matchup, Teddy.
Yeah. This is, we talked about how kind of half-paced this game is. I don't expect that for the next game.
No, and it's no surprise that the two teams that are in the final are in the final, because you look at the rosters. We got a penalty call coming up here to Kluche, I believe. And part of this is getting through the week healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And when you put an emphasis on your fitness and your health, that gets you through the week a little bit better than maybe some other teams. And Edmonton and Ladner both take their fitness very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pro players throughout the Pioneers and minors. And when you take care of yourself, that helps you get through a week like this. And you'll still have a little gas in the tank when it comes to the gold medal game.
Yeah. Nice job there on the loose ball by Matt Accioni. The penalty now up, so off to the bench will go Keegan Thomas for a little short 6-on-5 here, and I think this is going to be a too many men call on Allegany, so Snake Island will head to their second power play of the night. They were there 1-for-1.
In this 3-3 game. is going to serve it. Jeff Geddes and a Mazer 2 here, Teddy.
No.
Geddes turned away.
Yeah. You know that.
Maybe.
Maybe who?
Austin, maybe, is going to serve the penalty.
It's like Bond, James Bond?
Maybe.
Austin, maybe. See what the power play can do here. Only going to get some time, as is Brian Rice.
Why not? Rivera. Tyler Johnson out there. Firth. 50 on the clock for Rice, over the shoulder. There's the shot wide. Arrows will get away. Gill, good to see him back on the floor, Ted.
Yeah, he's played the last couple games here for Allegany, Jake, and it was a tough scene in this game, in the last game of the tournament between these two teams. He took a heavy hit from Briar Jonathan off a breakaway and crashed heavily into the boards, was slow to get up, had a bit of a concussion, didn't really remember much, a bit of a sore back, and he took the next 4 days off, but has come back and played some nice lacrosse here in the last few games for the Arrows.
Just kind of wondering where that Oceans read came from, and now I'm looking down at the turf and seeing a big Oceans logo on the turf going, oh, well, that makes more sense now.
It's been there all week.
Yeah. Apparently. Every day. You're, what's the tagline there, Teddy? It's
catch the day every day.
Yeah. Oceans.
Good job on the PK from the Arrows, just keeping the Muskies to the outside. They weren't really running much of a set offense. There's 5-on-4.
Still 35 seconds left to go in it. But Firth will hang out with Thornberry in the far end here. Chase Fraser right to the cooker. Good save for Thomas.
That's not an easy one. Chase Fraser driving and jumping through.
He scored on many a goaltender with that move. And penalty just about over as Rivera just about over the shoulder of Martin. Oh, good stuff. Oh, look at that. Clip it. Winter Rivera with the interception and then the jam.
Nick Meyer, are you paying attention? This is just a nice play by the youngster, and to keep his feet out too. Climbs the ladder, grabs the ball, and then just goes far side on Chase Martin. Good look here.
I can answer you right now, Teddy. Nick Myers always paying attention.
And that'll be
Seneca coming in.
Yep. So both teams have now flip-flop goaltenders. Kind of expected that in the final game here of the tournament. Give both 10Ds a little run.
Look at Billy D still into his guys here on the bench.
He never takes a game off. He wants to win every time he is on or on a bench.
My word. Means something to him. Kluche with a room. Didn't take it. So I have a feeling as we move into the back half of the second and probably into the third, the intensity will ramp up here a little bit. Kind of, similar to what you see in like an NBA All-Star game where they go through the motions for 3/4 of it, and then when it's go time, then you start D'ing up and running stuff.
Yeah, especially if this is still going to stay a bit of a close game. Both teams, like we said, are going to want to win their last game of the season. It's something to hang your hat on, and as a one-goal game, I agree. We're going to start to see this kind of pick up as this game goes on.
There's Rice. Woods, little room, and that shot hooked out of his stick. He'll take a bounce here for Sherman Williams.
Zed Williams' brother.
Oh, there's a factoid I didn't know. There's Lane Smith just missing. Wide open far side. And was that maybe coming in again?
Sure was.
Because I think my roster just blew off the gondola here, Teddy.
Here you go, bud. You can have mine.
Grind through it here by memory. It's Fraser's strip, but gets his own ball back. Late shot. Did that hit the goalie? No.
Good look by Fraser at the end of that shot clock, but just
too much power on my neck fan.
Tino retrieved.
He's the man. Rivera with 20 on the shot clock. A little giddy up. Toe drag. Thank you, Tino. A diving shot from Firth denied by Seneca. Sturos. Right through the middle. And Kluche on the run here. As we're across the halfway mark here.
Still only 14 shots on net for Allegany. Make it 15.
No, that's another one for the Arrows.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's got it flipped around there. They're peppering the Muskies goalies here, but
Xavier Taylor.
well, they tie it up.
That was a nice bouncer to the far side past Keegan Thomas. And watch this little move from Taylor, who was a late addition to the lineup, and that's just a perfectly placed bouncer. Far side under the glove, goes all the way to the top corner. A little tuck and go.
That's bingo. Fourth goal coming on the 39th shot of the game here for Allegany.
Thornbear wins another draw cleanly.
He's done a bunch of that in his lacrosse career. All-time leader in National Lacrosse League history. Wayne Smith not ready for a Chase Fraser feed. Now he'll shoot it and hit the crossbar, which will take us to our immediate timeout in period number 2.
Don't forget the big one, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Ladner, Edmonton, a rematch of last year's gold medal final.
What time's the boat ride tonight?
Well, it depends on what time I get out of here. I'm going to try and catch the 6, but I have a 7 o'clock reservation.
No, you're not getting on the 6, but.
Well, we're only 5 minutes from
actually, that game started at 3, didn't it?
Yeah.
You might.
Yeah, depending on how busy it is. I know talking to some of the Victoria guys yesterday as they were leaving, there was a 2 sailing wait to get to the island, but that was the start of the long weekend. So today might not be as bad, but I had to make sure I got the reservation. For some reason, they took away the 10 o'clock boat.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I had no idea. Tino tells me, oh, yeah, someone told him that there's a 10 o'clock boat to Duke Island, or to Duke Point. Like I want to go 2 hours halfway up the island and drive 2 hours back down. Might as well stay.
It's not 2 hours, is it?
From Nanaimo? Yeah, it's an hour and 40, depending on how fast you drive.
Yeah.
But late at night on a long weekend, traffic could be, and you never want to be driving the Malahat on a long weekend.
No, it's true.
So.
It's true.
And plus, I haven't been home in 15 days. I just want to get to my own bed and see the puppy.
You got a new puppy?
No, she's 14.
Oh, okay.
It's just a hypothetical puppy.
Here's Nate Woods. And right on for Seneca.
Nice pass by Ichioni to Woods running in transition, but Craig Seneca making the save.
Whitcomb back the other way. Numbers. Shot blocked.
Thought we were about to do a continuous 2-on-1 drill. Xavier Taylor again. Again, we talk about guys who should be getting looks. I think Xavier Taylor's another guy. If he's not going to school somewhere, and we don't know a lot about some of these players on these teams and their backgrounds, but there's a guy that plays with a little grit, has a little chip on his shoulder, and a bit of a scoring touch as well.
A little reminiscent of like a Travis Longboat.
Yeah. I don't think Travis Longboat played a whole lot of D in his career.
Doesn't need to when you're that good at offense.
True story. And what a great story Travis Longboat has been, coming back from a pretty devastating knee injury to now being a full-time NLLer, and had an absolutely fantastic season last year.
All right, to the finals against the Bandits, and this man in Kluche scores. Well, the Arrows, I think after a little whip up by Billy D, have turned their intensity level up here a bit, Teddy.
Yeah, and that's just one of the key strong points for Billy D. Smith. He is a very emotional leader on that bench, and he does like to get after his team and give them a good stern talking to every once in a while. And every time he's done that in this tournament, he's really fired them up. I think back to yesterday's game, where he had a very heated exchange with the official, and then the Arrows were able to kind of claw back into that game. But he's a very good motivator of his troops.
Kind of hoping he'd like throw on the purple suit with the metallic tie maybe for a bronze medal game, but no.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to be in a full suit here inside the LLC.
There's Rivera. He'll give it off to Allegany, and he'll find his man across the floor as Jacobs will rip one from the outside.
Guess who? Winter Rivera crashing in and around the crease, trying to find another loose ball.
Another stop for Thomas.
Jensen tried a little screenshot through a body.
There's Briar Jonathan. Actually spent a brief time out here with the Vancouver Stealth at one point.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Not a long stay, but a good stay.
For a good time, not a long time.
Rivera.
So shifty.
Yeah. Firth winding down on the time here and going to run out.
Good eat, don't rub it, Mr. Keene.
Nice little article, speaking of good eat, don't rub it, from Johnny Donville earlier today, recapping Coquitlam's run to the Minto Cup.
How about him blowing himself up for all his great calls? Just don't hurt yourself patting yourself on the back, Donnie.
Oh, he wasn't doing that. Oh, I mean, just count it for Clutche. That was too pretty to call off.
Big smile on his face as he heads to the bench. And he was able to reach all the way around Keenan Thomas for that one, too.
I think we can get John Gertler saying Clutche next year.
Maybe.
Rebound. I won't do it. 6 to go here in period 2. Rivera on a step back. Didn't miss by much. Allegany will claim it. And still time to work with here as he can just start to feel it here a little bit, Ted. These guys are starting to bang a little bit more late in this second period.
Yeah, that was Miles Jacobs banging and crashing. Now he gives a heavy chop to an Arrows player, and they're both going to head off. And it's really the first time we've seen anything like that in this game. And it's going to be Jimerson and Jacobs. And here's this dunk by Clutche. Obviously, we can't see where his feet were, but Mark Smith immediately waved it off. So they'll both sit for 2 minutes, and we'll play a little 4-on-4.
I'll give a quick shout out to my guy, Stash and Stripes, who I met at the 2019 World Box Lacrosse Championships and around the Rush games in my time with Saskatchewan. But he's hung up his referee jersey and now focusing on both box lacrosse and field lacrosse for the youngster.
Nice, good for him. Just all the people we meet through our times in lacrosse from our travels. It's always great meeting new people and seeing people we haven't seen in a few years, whether it be former teammates or just fans of the game. It's always great to reconnect.
Yeah. And, you know, watching that second semifinal last night in a packed Ladner Leisure Center, I don't know how many conversations I had about the previous game and, you know, what a game, this and that. And you think about it, like, so many people, like, we're lucky, right? People want to come and talk to us and ask us about the game. And sometimes I think we take that for granted a little bit, that people appreciate that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And if you do appreciate it, bcsports.tv. Drop a couple coins in the jar. Much appreciated. And don't forget, coolbet.com has player props for the gold medal game. Ladner, Edmonton. And what should be an absolute firecracker of a game. Xavier Taylor trying to dunk it.
Wait for that one. Tino Farrell will be alongside. Or I'll be alongside Tino, I suppose you could say. Maybe a chance here for the Arrows in transition. Williams. Stop from Thomas. In this 2-goal game here with the Coincidental Miners winding down.
Slow numbers here for the Muskies.
Hit the trailer and Jonathan. No. Rivera to the crease, and there's Firth.
What a look. This is just a great heads-up play from Winter Rivera, and allow us to continue to wax poetically about this young man. Playing well above his ears, just a heavy pressure, and then Firth just plants himself on the back side, and it's just a heads-up play. He wanted to take the shot, had a defender all over him, and then as he's about to shoot, sees Firth wide open, and that's just an easy deposit into the empty net. It's back to a one-goal game.
Just look at these shots, Teddy.
47-19.
That is crazy that it is a one-goal game. But here we are. Open, maybe. Ball knocked away. Rivera with a stick lift. As he and Gill go to the end wall. And the Arrows will come up with the ball.
And we're back to five-a-side. Fraser switching hand, throwing that lefty as the shot clock goes wide and didn't miss the far corner by much.
Played his junior lacrosse right here in Ladner for the Delta Islanders.
Did you ever get traded in a playoff run?
Me?
No.
Chase
Fraser.
No, he went to the Minto Cup in 2016 with Delta.
Oh, that's right. The 1 year that they beat Coquitlam.
That's right. Did not make it to the Minto final that year, however. There's a shot from Hops, and we're tied. Derek Hops on the finish.
He's second of the tournament, and this is a good look.
I think they put the score up on the wrong side there. It
sure
is
did.
6-6, is it not?
It is.
All right.
I think.
Quite confident.
Yeah, I got 6-6 on my tally sheet. It is definitely 6-6.
Time to send a text to somebody.
Two and a half to play.
Get that rectified. Just stay with us here, folks. It is. There you go. They got it fixed. Becker trying to change that. They dive into the crease is foiled by Thomas.
Lane Smith trying to show off his vertical in close, but Keegan Thomas in with another nice save. 48th shot on net for the Arrows.
I see Luelis has appeared on the Muskies bench.
Joe Hall has disappeared again.
They're taking turns. Here's a chance for Firth and a good stop for Seneca.
Yeah, good look inside to Sam Firth on the wrong side of the floor. Just couldn't beat Craig Seneca. Now numbers here the other way for the Arrows.
Now Whitcomb working with Chase Fraser. He'll skip a pass across to his good buddy Chris Kluche. He looks him off. Now a good up pick. Kluche. And that one stopped by Thomas as it goes out of play. And a souvenir for a youngster who will battle. Oh, good box out over there, Teddy.
That shot from Kluche went off the inside of Keegan Thomas's leg and somehow stayed out. And then there's another one as he goes diving through the crease. Off the shoulder and into the netting.
Yeah, Gleewade Mitchell is up in the end zone for some reason, Teddy. He's up in behind the Allegany goal, watching his Muskies in this bronze medal game.
Did we find out that they, when we were back there for the...
Well, I just found out why he's up there. Not allowed to be on the bench today.
As I was saying, when we were at the Survivors Cup a couple years ago in Aguasasne, did we find out that this Muskies used to be the Medicine Men, then they changed their name?
No, I think they were the Mohawk Medicine Men. I'm not exactly sure. Well, that's a fire logo, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't
one
know
of the best.
What exactly happened there, but then I know the Bucks were around, the Mohawks were around, and if you don't know the story of Snake Island, it's a little tiny island in the middle of the St. Lawrence River where it's just filled with snakes. Like there's no habitat on there. You can't Like you can barely walk around on it. But it's this little piece of land, and they needed to name a team after something.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe ended up with the best name of all.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I want to see a lot of places in Canada. I can guarantee you I will never step foot on a place called Snake Island.
Yeah, I think that's a place. If you go there, you're probably not coming back. Let's take a break here in this bronze medal game with 40 down and 20 to go and nothing decided. The Arrows have outshot the Muskies by 31 here, but we are tied up at 6. 10-minute break on BC Sports TV. Third period action from the bronze medal game at the Prezi is right around the corner. Stick around. Gets lit up and jacked up. Gioni right in, and he scores. Just outweighted David and floated it straight. I think Ray scores. Looking undeterred is Bucci to Pioneers. Muskies with 5 on the shot clock. Von Harris scores. Now Benesh finds Jones, scores. Line. Irving loses his man. And Skylar Thomas, 22 inches wide. That thing, it is big. Ray scores. He got lost in the sauce. And Benesh found him, however. Dunk attempt. Scores. The 17-year-old. Dixon scores. Level terms as Dixon in behind the goal. Wrap around. And the roof about to explode. Goal. Will push to the middle. Pace will feed Jones. Inside, Bromley! Tip down to the crease, Rivera fakes, takes, scores! The 17-year-old does it again! Feet in front, Rice. And how did Del Bianco step back? James Ray, flip it, Dixon, scores! And Hayden Dixon puts the Pioneers back in front.
Shot clock. Smith tucks it, well taken, and scored! McIntyre shot, and it squeaks through Chase Martin. Off Fraser. One more Kluche. Scores from a tough angle! Up ahead, Matt Kim scores! Go empty on the power play. Lachlan inside scores! Lachlan with his second. Short-handed tally from Becker, and a much-needed one from the air. Kluche one-on-one with Duff. Drives underneath, no help. Kluche, almost automatic. Whitcomb, low to low. What a shot, what a goal. Even strength. Sonicson scores!
Well, McIntyre stuck on D here.
Here comes Fraser on the floor. Atwood, shot, scores! What a rip from Chris Atwood. His 11th of the tourney. It's a Farrell, doesn't connect, 10 on the shot clock, turning the corner is Needham, scores! What an individual effort from Marcus Needham.
I can't wait to see what happens next week. They bring the intensity. Let's raise the level even more next week. All right?
PCL on 3! 1, 2, 3, PCL!
Good job, guys.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
Know your limits. CoolBet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
We've had great fans. It's been really motivating for our guys.
We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run with all the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores! Gets lit up and jacked up. Gioni right in, and he scores. Just outweighted Daymood and floated it. Ray scores. Looking under Curtis Bucci to Pioneers. Muskies with 5 on the shot clock on Harris. Scores. Now Benesh finds Jones. Scores. Line. Irving loses his man. And Skylar Thomas, 22 inches wide that thing. It is big. Ray scores! He got lost in the sauce. And Benesh found him, however. Dunk attempt. Scores! The 17-year-old. Here's Dixon. Scores! Level terms as Dixon in behind the goal. Wrap around. And the roof about to explode. Goal! Will push to the middle. Pace will feed Jones. Inside Bromley! Tip down to the crease. Rivera fakes, takes, scores! The 17-year-old does it again! Feet in front, Rice. And how did Del Bianco stop back? James Ray, flip it. Dixon scores! And Hayden Dixon puts the Pioneers back in front.
Shot clock. Smith tucks it, well taken and scored! McIntyre shot, and it squeaks through Chase Martin. Off Fraser. One more Kluche. Scores from a tough angle! Up ahead, Matt Kim scores! Go empty on the power play. Lachlan inside scores! Lachlan with his second. Short-handed tally from Becker, and a much-needed one from the air. Kluche one-on-one with Duff. Drives underneath, no help. Kluche, almost automatic. Whitcomb, low to low. What a shot, what a goal. Even strength. Sonicson scores!
Well, McIntyre stuck on D here.
Here comes Fraser on the floor. Atwood, shot, scores! What a rip from Chris Atwood. His 11th of the tourney. It's a Farrell, doesn't connect, 10 on the shot clock, turning the corner is Needham, scores! What an individual effort from Marcus Needham.
Lacrosse fans, we're back live inside the LLC for third period action of this bronze medal game. And we're in a 6-6 tie between the eastern door of Allegany against the western door of Snake Island and Aguasasne. Seneca v. Mohawk for bronze. Here with 20 minutes to go. Jake Elliott, Teddy Jenner with you. And this third period brought to you by Mohawk Lacrosse. Blow the whistle. Let's play some Dewalado. Go to MohawkLacrosse.net and get your hands on a piece of history with the finest in handcrafted wooden lacrosse sticks.
25 years the Mitchell brothers have been making them.
Hopefully Joe Hall's got one for me.
Oh, what a hit.
Brian Jonathan, grandson of one of the toughest NHLers ever.
Stan Jonathan?
Yes, indeed.
Nice insider information there, buddy. So Breyer will head to the box. Another power play opportunity here for Allegany as they look for another lead here in this one. Kluche will set it up. Fraser, Whitcomb, Becker, Smith.
So a chance to take the lead, and Kluche foiled by Keegan Thomas. As three arrows surround the ball carrier and get it right back. You see some of the minors enter the building. It's a 6 o'clock face-off for the gold medal. And a rematch of last year's President's Cup final.
Good shot by Josh Becker, hit the junction.
Two perennial President's Cup powerhouses. Chase Fraser.
Hat trick for the Frays. And it's a 7-6 game now for the Arrows. That was a nice shot by Chase Fraser. Just ducked underneath his defender who was at the top of the box. Slow rotation. Oh, they didn't have a guy in. It was basically a 4-on-3 there.
Got big Adam Bomberry.
Yeah.
In the middle of the Muskies bench now. No sign of shooter. No sign.
No, Schutz is there.
Okay, he was hiding behind Mama Bear, I think. There's Kluche trying to add to it. Another good stick save. And Accioni, that's about as slow as we've seen him move all week.
I was going to say the first time we haven't seen him try to push the tempo in transition.
I mean, that's top speed for me, but that's bottom gear for him. Firth. Here's Armstrong. Oh, a pretty good look there, and Seneca. The outlet to get us. Numbers. Smith scars. Oh.
Give him 13 in the tournament for Lane Smith.
Yeah.
This is just slow transition. Good job by Geddes to push it up. And then Smith just plants his feet and goes stick side.
27-year-old Lane Smith.
Billy D seems a lot happier now on the Arrows bench. Yucking it up with Geddes.
2-goal lead.
I'll make any coach happy.
Seen the Muskies battle back a couple of times in this game. Can they do it again here in this bronze medal matchup? You just know, as in Woods. There's one back. How tired and sore these guys must be, Ted Jenner, and you can just look around the entire surface here, and there's guys limping, walking, dangling limbs.
Adam Bomberry came right down to the dasher, banging the boards after that goal, and then had some words for Chase Fraser.
teammates.
Yep. It was a good-spirited little chuckle.
Here's Atwood. A little slash on the hands to knock that one loose. From Wallace Thompson, who overran a loose ball.
Took a friendly chop there from Atwood. So one for you, one for me is the 77s. Exchange slashes.
71 Jonathan.
57-22 are the shots here. We're just 3 minutes into the third.
It is bonkers that this is a one-goal game with this shot total scoreline here. But no Von Harris, no Chris Boucher, no Ty Thompson, no Skylar Thomas. So essentially, their top offense out here. And they're still just one goal down. And a breakaway to come for Allegany. Shooting high, and Seneca does well enough.
Yeah, got just enough of that one to keep it out. Allegany's just down there saying, I almost had you. I almost had you.
There's Becker, who I'm told is going to run for council.
Yep, on the Seneca Nation, yeah.
Got my vote.
Do we get a vote?
I don't, but he would get my vote.
Yeah. Ooh. Allegany almost got caught with too many men there as that pass was picked off by Justin Gill, who I was told his father, Josh, used to play out in New West, I believe, back in the day.
To look that up.
See if I can find that.
Wade Smith looking for another. Keegan Thomas holding the fort here. The next shot on goal for Allegany will be their 60th. And there it is for Kluche off the iron.
Yeah, so back in the day, New West was affiliated with the North Shore Indians, and Jeff Gill came out west to play for the Indians. There was a call-up in one of the Man Cups in New West.
Well, how about that? One of their many Man Cup appearances for the Salmon Bellies.
25 championships for the Bellies?
24.
24. They're on the search for 25.
They've been knocking on that door since their last in 91.
Still the last team to win a Man Cup in the East.
Yeah. Long time ago, 86?
Yeah.
That's a crazy stat.
Mm-hmm.
See if the Shamrocks can make a little history.
Sure love to see it. Our boy Jimmer's going to be out there for a few games.
Be safe, Jimmy.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to be treated like the king as he treats people when they come to Victoria.
Swamp. Can't come up with it. Feet in front. Here's the chance. Oh, another one off the post.
Taylor was looking for his third, and then again hit the junction with that one.
Wallace Thompson just, stripped. Well, that's a nice check.
Xavier Taylor.
There's Whitcomb. Oh, fake the best. Clip it. That was nice.
Liam Keane with his second, and
fake the backhand pass.
Yeah.
And then sticks it short side.
Watch this play from Keane. And I don't know if you saw the attempt he had as Reese Callies makes an appearance here inside the LLC. I don't know if you saw the attempt he had a couple nights ago on a breakaway, Jake. He literally jumped from his strong side across the crease and tried to throw like a reverse corkscrew past the goaltender. It looked like it hurt, but it was one of the strangest moves I've ever seen on a breakaway. He almost pulled it off.
Tell you, one of these teams could use Reese Callies in their lineup this week. Absolute specimen. Firth from distance. Rebound hops. It's a 2-goal Arrow lead once again with 13 and a half to go now. As Firth will set it up behind the rack. Around it comes for Woods. A feed to the crease. Picked off.
Yeah, nice handle inside by the Arrows defender, Jesse Jimerson.
Here's Fraser. Oh, he was thinking about what he was going to do before he caught the ball and then forgot to catch it.
Unlucky there for Chase Fraser, who's had himself a solid game here with 3 goals for the Arrows, pacing them here in this 2-goal lead as they approach the 70-shot marker at 64 currently.
There's Rivera into the midsection of Seneca. And
this will be a penalty coming up as Rivera took a heavy hit into the boards.
Looks to be okay. It's a little tap from the Arrows. We'll get a replay of that. There's the shot, and then they go after the loose ball, and
nothing egregious.
Got the old Malachi crunch.
Sorry, the what?
Look, Happy Days, the old Crash Up Derby.
Right.
Pinky Tuscadero, the Malachi crunch. Fonzie got it good that episode. Don't pull that one out often, John. I'm surprised you haven't heard it, though.
I think I have heard it, and I think I knew the reference. I had just forgotten.
It's an old show.
It is.
Tino has no idea what we're talking about.
Oh, and Taylor up ahead on the breakaway again, much like Fraser, was probably already thinking about his move and dropped it.
Maybe a chance here for the Muskies. Oh, good save for Seneca off of Firth. Still a chance maybe as Johnson got one across the back. He'll keep paddling. And now I think here, Teddy, with 12 to go, 2-goal game, you're going to see everybody start to kind of dial it up here for this final minute.
Good stick in the lane there by Rudy George.
Echione creates his own shot. But it's the Arrows who come away with it. Now out shooting the Muskies 64-28.
Clucci with a heavy outside shot, just missed the short side corner, and Keegan Thomas didn't know where it was.
Fraser on a swimmer and a bouncer, and Thomas in front of that one.
Thought he was going to go behind the back there, but instead took the forehand shot.
Do they have a comeback in them? They got 10 seconds to work with here on the power play. And Rivera coming on extremely late. So they'll save a ball at center as the penalty time will expire. Shooting. Seneca stopping. Rivera loose ball, new 30. Right to the crease.
And he's got really good hands in tight, even amongst traffic.
He's just patient, too. Just doesn't panic. Hops denied.
It's a nice save from Seneca.
Media timeout? No, what do we
No,
got there?
This is a penalty. And Billy D again fired up. And this is going to be Tristan Jensen heading to the box. I think it's going to be 2 minutes on the slash. So an opportunity again here in the power play for Snake Island. If the Arrows are going to be undisciplined here late in this period, got to start taking advantage.
So what? The Arrows are 1 for 2 and the Muskies are 1 for 4?
1 for 3. This is their 4th.
Okay. Yeah, very complex stat system there.
It's just slashes on a piece of paper. It's nothing high tech.
Firth will quarterback. Echione. Sammy Firth. There's Echione with a whip. Scores. Power play goal for Echione.
Might be his first time that he's scoring a goal on the power play and not in transition.
And it comes with exactly 10 minutes to go. And back to a 1-goal lead.
Now,
2 for 4.
2 for 4, see?
Yeah, I got your system down now.
Exactly halfway through this third period. 10 miles to go for both of these clubs here in the President's Cup. And I think both teams will be happy to hear that final buzzer. Some of the guys will hop on a red eye back home tonight. A few might stick around.
Watch the gold medal game.
Head home on a Sunday.
It was a long weekend, Labor Day. Actually, it's a stick save for Thomas. They're playing a CFL game over on the island tonight.
Sure are. A little upset. I'm going to be a little late. Was hoping to check that out. Royal Athletic Park being turned into a CFL football stadium. Had to bring in a whole bunch of new seating for it, too.
Yeah. Looks like a nice little setup, though, and a beautiful night for some football over on the island.
Oh, it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Rivera tested Seneca down low, and now we go into our final media timeout here in the third period. As Teddy is going to get some producing experience. You might as well do the read then while you're at it, Jenner. If you're going to be pushing buttons, you can do the read too.
Sure thing. Are you craving the taste of the ocean? Dive into freshness with Ocean Brand Seafood. Sustainably sourced, always delicious. Ocean Brands, your catch of the day, every day.
Maybe give out some of the other sponsors here inside the building at President's Cup. Sea Hackle Limited. Sea Hackle Limited.
Yep.
What else do we got down there?
MLZ Construction Limited.
We got Minto Contracting, like that name.
IHD Impact Hockey Development.
MiracleChef.com, RBC. IHD Impact Hockey Development. Appreciate everybody's support here for not only on the broadcast, but everyone that's helped the President's Cup go here this week in Ladner.
Got to give a shout out to all the volunteers and staff that have helped keeping this going smoothly. The ladies in the hospitality area.
Sandy Pace.
Keeping us hydrated and fed.
Karen Keith. They've been battling a little bit of illness this week as well. Sucking it up.
Play till you can't play no more.
Man, the cookies last night, Teddy, I don't know if you got into any of
those apple ones?
Oh,
those were good.
And of course, it all starts at the top with John Burt, who has just put in a ton of work here leading up to this tournament. And it's been a first-class event from start to finish for the Ladner Pioneers organization, the City of Ladner, the BC Lacrosse. Just exceptional. His first just missing. Burr Farms, probably get those guys in.
Shout out to Randy Clough and his crew, the convener of this tournament, as well as Sean Lehman, the OIC, who made sure he let a penalty box worker know who he was earlier in this tournament.
Yeah.
Emphatically.
Long hours for Lehman. Been here for every game, every day.
Yeah, and making sure he's having conversations with his officials between periods, breaking down the games afterwards, making sure they're watching film, trying to keep them at the highest level as well.
And we'll see who he selects for the gold medal game, as that's what you work all week long for, to get that assignment. Pretty confident Vincent Burrell will not be a part of that equation.
No.
Although
He'll be watching.
He'll like to be, but tough to officiate with your arm in a sling.
1 goal game, 7:20 remaining here in the third. Crunch time.
Here's Rivera. Ducking low. Sneaky little shot there. Didn't miss by much.
Certainly didn't.
And the arrows will come back the other way.
Lane Smith urging Rudy George to run up the floor.
Still room for Rudy. Tried to pass off to Smith. So he's got Johnson right on him. Double team comes. Open man. Atwood. And that shot partially deflected as Casey swamped with it, and that pass a little left to be desired.
Yeah, he was trying to flip it to Nate Woods, but going to roll it on the top of the stick. Free possession here for the Arrows on a fresh 30.
Well, we're thanking everybody, to Shelley Fay, to Ty Klarner, cranking out the content all week long.
Georgie working the camera like a pro.
Tino Farah, who was absent on day one. I don't know what he was up to, but he's been putting in long hours here the rest of the week as well.
Xavier Taylor with a nice diving opportunity there off a loose ball. Peter from the Good Stick Co. was running some switches earlier in the tournament as well.
Indeed. There he is, the big boss, coming up to take some pictures.
Of you?
Not me. I hope not. I don't want to break your camera, John. And it'll get the crew in. I'm going to take my neck fan off for this, though, I think. You got it.
Picked off by Geddes.
Maybe numbers here for the Arrows. Is Geddes going to shoot it? Thomas will stop it.
I think that hit the defender.
Oh, yeah, no reset. But they will still have 10 to work with. Whitcomb had a stick checked. Bounce shot off the mark. Atwood will just roll to the corner. And still just a 1-goal game here with 5:20 to play.
Arrows leading by 1 and leading by 34 shots.
We've doubled up here exactly on the shot totals. Does Rivera have a little magic left in the stick? Oh.
Tried.
Couldn't quite keep out of the crease there. Now, stretch time. 5 to go for bronze. Will it be Seneca or will it be the Mohawks? Somebody will have some bragging rights until next year's Prezi.
Oh, back-to-back great saves.
Kick, stomp, and a beauty from Thomas. As Smith will bat this one free for Fraser. Off the shoulder of Thomas. As they're peppering away here, there's 70 shots on goal. Somewhere on pace for about 75, Teddy.
73 is the high point in this tournament.
That one just missed from Kluche. Nice handle for Becker. Trying to hit Whitcomb. Fraser will take it. And that one off a stick and out. It'll stay here with the Arrows.
Yeah, nice stick by Casey Swamp to knock that one down.
Jason Jones in the house.
Getting ready for a big game coming up.
There's a save for Thomas.
I think Taylor really wants that hat-trick goal. Fraser will head off.
And tough to score when you don't have the ball here if you're the Muskies. There's a hard drive, and there's a goal. There's the hat-trick goal.
Had 3 goals coming into this game, and he's got 3 in this game. Nice showing from Xavier Taylor, who's getting some offensive looks here. Played most of the tournament out the back end for the Arrows.
Well, to do it the hard way now if you're the Muskies. With just 3:29 to play, they find themselves down 2 once again. Remember, the total was 18, and the point spread was a goal and a half in favor of the favorites, the Allegany Arrows, and we're right on the number right now. Here's Woods, stopped up, shovel shot, and Seneca with the stick stop. That stick for Seneca that is wide. I'll just say that.
How about the monster meshing?
Yeah.
Keegan Thompson's stick. That's a nice look.
It is. I'm guessing that's probably a Mitchell Brothers lacrosse stick right there. It's it.
I'd imagine so.
Tripped up. No call. Fraser lost the handle. Shot clock down to 3. Becker. He'll go down. And the shot clock will go down to 0.
Good heavy defense there from the Muskies late in this game. Trying to do all they can to silence the Arrows here and get back into this one. Down 2, 2.5 to play.
Well, just 2:15 to go in this one, and then just one more game to go in the President's Cup as Sam Firth is stopped. And it's the biggest one of all, the gold medal game, Edmonton and Ladner for the big enchilada. A rematch of last year's President's Cup final. No call there. No call there.
Or there.
Move the ball, Winter Rivera. And they'll run out of time. Rudy George.
3-on-1 here.
Geddes. Wasn't ready for the return pass. Maybe. Thought about a shot, didn't take it. Here's Kluche with one final shift, sporting his Atlas gloves down there, I believe, Teddy. Might be North Carolina mitts, but
well, there's the 74 shot on target, so that is a tournament high.
It's a lot of shots.
It certainly is. That'll work for the goaltenders.
Empty net. And now we got penalty coming.
We got 7 guys out. Is a penalty shot? No, defensive.
Yeah. It's still, I don't know. I think too many men is too many men in the final 2 minutes. Yeah. It's a penalty shot. How about it here?
We had one earlier in this tournament. Mitch Jones took it.
That's right.
And so now in the bronze medal game, we'll have
and honestly, this might be a good thing here for Snake Island. Instead of going shorthanded, they can get a stop. They still got a shot in this thing.
Who are you going to have take this?
Oh, Chase Fraser's going to take it, I would think.
I think they let a D guy take it.
Oh, Rudy George coming out. Rudy.
The uncle of the Whitcomb boys.
Really?
Yep. And would we say Nate Kettle's their cousin?
Here we go. Rudy George coming in on a penalty shot. Scores!
And he slammed it short side corner. Rudy George with his first.
Oh, they love that on the Arrows bench right there.
And they want the ball.
That's where you just run right down the tunnel of the locker room.
Yeah.
I'm done. And it's the 75th shot on goal.
You're right, Jake.
First time for everything.
So still under a minute to go. You're now a 3-goal game.
Yeah, looks like Allegany is going to take home the bronze medal. Don't count out these Muskies quite yet. Double team comes at Rivera. They'll keep the goaltender in here. As Woods will go for a quick take. Seneca a shoulder stop, and that should just about do it in this one. Got to get it across center, which they will do.
And Xavier Thomas will just sit on it at center. No need to go to the net now.
Well, a good battle between these two clubs who came up just a little bit short in the semis. But they'll both go home in the top 4, but Allegany will go home with a medal around their necks. You gonna count a shot there? 76. As the final buzzer sounds to end this one. And it's a 3-goal Allegany victory. 11-8 your final. And it's just MVPs left to come.
Who are you taking?
Well, give me Rudy George on the penalty shot.
Okay. I'm going to say Xavier Taylor for Allegany. And Keegan Thomas for Snake Island.
I'm going to say Joe Hall for giving me the hat.
There's Allegany going through their own lineup with a few hugs and hand pounds. They'll bring out the medals.
Yeah, maybe come shake hands before you do that. But a successful week nonetheless for both the Muskies and the Arrows. Congratulations to Allegany, who will take home the bronze here in the 2024 President's Cup.
They started off hot, kind of cooled down after that game against Ladner. Ended up with a tie against Victoria that saw them into that 2-3 game.
Getting a look at those medals down there, Teddy. George,
they're
can
nice.
we get in on the medals down there with John Burt?
They got the old Lacrosse Canada logo on them.
Yeah. I mean, I just want the lanyard.
You're just a merch mooch.
I love lanyards.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got 25 years of events that I've attended over my broadcasting career, Teddy, with a lanyard collection like you would not believe.
What do you do with them all?
Just hang them up. They're on my curtain rod in my bedroom.
I'm sure Danny loves that.
It's not my problem.
So the teams shake hands here. One final time at the President's Cup. Sturos and Bombear with a big embrace. Josh Sanderson.
This is the longest handshake line ever.
Shooter's got a big week ahead of him over the next 48 hours. As the Calgary Roughnecks will try to figure out who they want to take in the dispersal draft and then work through free agency and then on to the entry draft halfway through September. Don't forget, BC Sports TV will have the gold medal game, Edmonton and Ladner, coming up in about an hour and 10.
Who are you liking in that, Teddy? Wanna call it?
I will call it.
Let's turn it over to Randy Clough, tournament convener.
Competition. Both teams played outstanding all week along with all the teams. Special congratulations to the St. John Muskies. Great week. Thank you. Hats off to all of you. Congratulations to the Allegany Arrows. For what I understand, it's one of the first President's Cups we've been in for a while. Great showing, super week, outstanding to see the win. Congratulations. I'm sure we'll see both these teams in future President's Cups. I'd like to now call on the Arrows team to come up and get their medals. Number 31.
So we'll leave the stream running here, Teddy, while the Allegany Arrows collect their bronze medals here from Randy Clough and John Burr. And we'll sign off. This will be your final game of the President's Cup as you're on a boat back to Fantasy Island. And appreciate all your work this week, my friend. And it's been a lot of fun calling games with you.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk soon, I'm sure.
Absolutely. He'll be off to the draft in September in Toronto, and then the Worlds in Utica.
Yeah, Man Cup. You going to the Worlds?
I am. I'll be there for the last week.
Oh, it's news to me.
Just kind of worked out some details the last few days.
Excellent. All right. Well, that'll do it for this one. Just one game remains here in the President's Cup. Gold medal matchup comes up at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Edmonton and Ladner for all the glory. Congratulations once again to fourth place Snake Island and third place Allegany. And for our entire production crew here at BC Sports TV, Georgie Parra, cameraman extraordinaire, Tina Farah, Teddy Jenner, and then Jake Elliott for the fastest game on 2 feet. And for the credit, we'll talk to you in just about an hour from now.